Good hello, this is TVPaint, and this is why I think it might just be worth your time. Typically amongst animation softwares like Flash or Toon Boom, there's a lot of comparing going on. It's almost like a versus match. They have very similar features, similar functions with similar outcome. Each has their pros and cons in different areas, but TVPaint is quite a different beast indeed. And I think it's definitely worth talking about because I can guarantee that there would be tons and tons of animators using Flash or Toon Boom who really shouldn't be. They're likely suffering and not even realizing it. This is because TVPaint is a real back to basics art software. If you're someone that becomes frustrated when having to animate using numbers or keeping track of symbols or nodes, just asset and file management in general, this might just be a solution, because nearly everything you do here is simply about how good you are as an artist. And all the tools that you use and create are not things that work mathematically, but are simply things that work artistically. And this has a major effect on the visuals and result. So for example, an animation which could look quite janky and unprofessional in a vector program ends up looking quite deliberate and artistic in this one. I believe it to simply be a lot more freeing and expressive. The nature of how it works pretty much comes right down to simply the brush. The brush is king here, as there is infinity different types. To quickly demonstrate, this is all the brushes you get, is only 10 of them. However, by fiddling with all their different switches and bringing different artworks into it, you can create almost anything you can imagine. This right-hand panel here contains a whole bunch of examples. These are simply examples, and you can expand it, you can create new panels and have all the different paint box items that you like. It's a great way to get to grips what the program is capable of. There's everything from simple pens that you would expect to see elsewhere, to things that truly do feel painterly. Not only in the way that they draw, but also in the way that they push artwork around, the way the colors blend and carry forth. Something you simply cannot do in a vector program at all. What you can do with these brushes gets absurdly deep, pretty much only limited to your imagination. Consider this example of a fire brush. Again, the way it blends and the colors mix is just really nice. And you may notice that some of these brushes will randomly select from a series of samples. Over here, it is, swapping all around, and down at this moment, see how it kind of flickers all about. So an example of how you could use this to your advantage, here's a simple animation I've got going. And I've also made another animation of a series of mouth states. So each of these mouth states could be loaded into a brush, and that little loopy segment from before, see if I slide it along, I can sample any mouth I want and use this as a lip syncing stamp all through this character. Just like so. So this bakes it into the actual drawing. So how awesome is that? A really clever solution for what can be quite a complicated approach in some of the vector programs is simply stamping. It's another method of drawing, and it is still just a brush like any other. So I hope I may have awoken a little bit of excitement for what this program is and why it might be worth giving a try. So I hope you might join me on this journey. We're going to be revisiting TVPaint, have a few videos. The next one is going to be a beginner's guide to get you off the ground and simply being comfortable navigating the interface and making a simple animation. I hope to see you then. Take care.